PowerPoint exercise 9 requires that you open up a file in your S drive. Okay, the file is called pp9samp. And if you aren't sure how to open files from your S drive, please ask a classmate or your teacher. But once you open the file, you'll get a document, you'll get a slide that looks like this. This is the sample. And your job is to make a slide that looks exactly the same. And just compare yours to the sample to make sure that you've um, made everything as close as possible. Okay, now I'm going to um, go File, New, Blank Presentation, and I'm going to make a blank slide. And I'm going to begin to create my document. Okay, so very quickly, I'm just going to put in the shapes that are required. Okay, so I'm just going to start off with just the shapes. Okay, so I can always go and reposition these afterwards. Okay, now I can always go back down to um, the bottom here and switch over. And the first thing I want to do is I want to make this um, pink or rose-colored oval with a blue outline and a shadow. So I'll switch back to my presentation. Again, I'll double click that shape, okay? And the fill color, I have to look for rose. So the colors, they'll identify themselves if you put your arrow over that color. So this is rose. The line color is blue, and I'll click OK, and I'll switch back to my sample. Okay, the line is quite thick, so I'm thinking that I'll have to double click this, and the line weighting, I'll have to pick something, maybe 2 1/4. Click OK, that's much better. Okay, um, this shape also has a shadow, so if I go down to the draw toolbar, I should be able to find shadow style. So if I click this, you can see that right now there is no shadow, but I can pick from a variety of different styles. Let me just show you some of them. I'll click shadow style, and so that provides this light gray shadow. I can have the shadow in front, like that. But the one in your sample has the shadow in the back, so let me just choose shadow style 4, and that looks pretty good. Okay, so if I adjust the shape, the shadow will change appearance as well. Okay, so I've done the first shape. The second shape, let's go back to our sample, is red on the top, blue on the bottom. Okay, and it changes colors going from top to bottom. This is called a gradient. And I'll go back to my presentation. I'll double click the second oval and fill color. I'll click the down arrow, go to fill effects and gradient. Now, how many colors were there? There were 2 colors. So I'll click that. And what was color number 1? Okay. I can go to more colors. And it was red on the top. And color number 2, more colors, blue on the bottom. Click OK. And you can also go down here and choose different shading styles. Now, I believe ours was red on the top, blue on the bottom. So on this side here, just click whichever one um, fits. I think this one is the best. Click OK. and OK. And let's compare it to our sample. Okay. Now I think the sample, the blue on the bottom was a little bit lighter, so let's try to correct that. Double click, go back to fill, fill effects, color number 2, more colors. Let's try a lighter blue. Okay, okay. That's much better. Okay. Next one, it's a bright green 3D shape. So double click, fill color, bright green. Click OK. But it's a 3D shape, so in the draw toolbar on the very far right, there is 3D style. You click that, and you can choose from a variety of different 3D styles. Okay, I'll just show you a couple of them. But the one that we want is probably this one, 3D style 19. And there you go. Again, you can change the shape and that will adjust how it looks. And you can make it taller or shorter. And you can reposition it. Okay. This rectangle, it's a red and yellow fill pattern. Okay, so um, it's got yellow lines and a red background. So going to the presentation, I'll double click that rectangle and fill color, go to fill effects, and we can choose from texture or pattern. This is a pattern, okay, and the foreground was yellow, so we'll pick a bright yellow. Okay, the background was red, and it was, and you got a variety of different patterns here. Okay, but the one that we had was yellow lines on like a mesh, yellow mesh on red. So I think it's this one. Click OK, OK, and there you go. Again, you can resize it, but I think ours looks pretty good. Okay, the next one is a tall rectangle with a texture, and it looks like rock. So we can double click this one, go to fill color, fill effects, pick texture, okay, and this is the one that looks like rock or granite. Select that, click OK, OK, and you've added a rock texture to it. Okay. Um, Going back, you can also, I'd like you to also add an orange text box with your name typed inside in white. Okay, so to make a text box, if you go down to your draw toolbar, look around for where it says text box. Click that, and you can drag and make a text box. Okay, so I'm just going to type the words, type your name here, but I want you to type your own name in this box. And you click, and that lets you um, exit the box, but you can also reposition this anywhere you want. Now, by default, the font color is black, and the box itself is clear. Or is it? Yeah, it's transparent. So you can change that by double clicking on the border around that box. So if I click the box and I put my cursor touching that border, double click, and you can choose the fill. Right now there's no fill, but I want you to change it so that it's orange, and click OK. Now I want you to also, let's go back to our sample. I want you to have the font color to be white. So go back and highlight your text. Okay, and you've got a variety of choices, but I think you can go down to font color in your drawing toolbar and choose white and click outside. Or likewise, you can highlight and go format, font, and right now it's white, but let's say I chose yellow. Okay. You know, you can change fonts by going to format font or using this shortcut here. Okay. So again, I'll just make this white and there you go. You're finished this exercise. Uh, Please save this in your 3.5 floppy or removable disk as PP9. Okay, and you are finished.